Okay, very good. Just had to come to our senses there. Alright, let me see. You know, let's try to learn this, Conjure Flame Astronaut spell. Doubt we'll ever even be able to cast it, but we might be able to summon up some of these things and destroy them. And maybe take, I don't know, we can at least try to learn it. Let's try. You know, I think we actually managed to figure it out. Well, that's interesting. Either way, the rest of these books should go in there. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Should I keep the dossiers? Yeah, I suppose it really can't hurt to keep them on my person. We've got all those books there, and a couple of books over here. That's good. I think we've stashed away what should go there. Key to Breeze home, Gerder's house back in Riverwood. Felgo Keep key, we don't need that. We can put that back. I'm gonna keep the key here, that's Gerder's house. It's not our business, we don't even know those people that well. Let's just keep it in there. Alright. Everything else should be fairly straightforward. Oh, one thing I definitely want to do is get out of all of this damn armor. Certainly time to change. Alright. There we go. Much better. Good boy, Miko. Let's see, anything going on in here? Not really. Well, Lydia, how have you been?
Honored to see you again, my Thane.
Certainly. Trust you've been doing well for yourself?
I am your sword and your shield.
Alright. I'm stashing our valuables up in here, including some of our nice clothes. Well, is there anything we want to stash in here? I think I might want to staff the chef's hat and tunic, but only after we've managed to try it on. As for the blacksmithing apron, yeah, let's try that on too. But in a moment. Alright. Let's give this clothing a try then. Not bad, huh? What do you think, Lydia? I'm gonna cook you up some spicy meatballs. Okay, maybe not quite. How about a blacksmithing apron? Ooh, now we look like we're working. Oh man, look at that. That actually kind of makes us look a bit fat, doesn't it? Oh, well, this is an apron, I guess. And considering we're probably going to go doing some smithing, I think that might make sense, actually. I'm going to store the chef clothing and keep the blacksmith apron. And, well, that's all well and good. Alright, maybe enjoy a bit more food, some bread, a treat, some mead. And I think it's time I maybe, hit the hay for the night. Good long rest. Maybe a good 13 hours. I feel so much better. Trust you had a good night's sleep, Lydia. I hope you weren't watching us sleep that entire time. because that is kind of creepy. And we've got to do, though, Miko, we're going to go do some blacksmithing. Work on our new armor. Hopefully, the local smithy will have the supplies we need in order to improve it. Either way, though, we'll be back soon. Oh, another dreary, rainy day. Seem like those never end around here. The first thing I'm gonna do is check the supplies of our friends in here. Wait a minute, it's locked. What's going on here?
You're someone who can get things done. Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to protect yourself or deal some damage.
I'm looking for supplies,
Looking
actually.
to protect yourself or deal some damage.
Yeah. Okay, then. Alright, can run to more. Fine, we'll buy the ore. And, yeah, we'll buy more ingots if we need them. We got Dwarven. Oh, you don't have an ore column ingot either? Damn it. I'll take the moonstone ore just because that's rare. Quicksilver is expensive. Alright, well, do you have any armor that's interesting? Elven, Dwarven. A few minor magical items.
The finest weapons and armor.
Yeah, I know. Oh, elven arrows, interesting. Orcish arrows. I always like those, actually. They're a bit expensive, but fine, I'll take them. Orcish bow of frost. That's very nice, actually. Oh, it has a very nice price tag, too. I like to see the fact that you're collecting a lot of orcish weaponry. That is comforting to see. You have similar tastes.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Of course. I think I actually might check in there in a moment to see if your friend there in there has, or a column ingots. Alright, we'll make a corundum ingot. And refine this moonstone that we have. Very good. Alright, now I think at least we can go about improving those boots we found. They should do a nice job of enhancing our stamina.
I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Yorland Greymane's got that honor. Man's steel is legendary. All I ask is a fair chance.
Oh, there you go, you got a fair chance. I'm a customer that just keeps coming back.
Have you met my father? He's a steward up at Dragon's Reach.
We can't improve it because it's magical. We don't know how to do that yet. Oh. How do you open your shop there? I'd really like to go in there and do some business, but... oh, damn it. So it looks like improving these boots is going to have to wait. Question being, do I want to accept the fact that they provide less protection, but enhance our stamina? Well, it's not like the protection they provide isn't that much less. And, that boost to our stamina would probably be really helpful.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, you know, even if you are my elder.
Yeah, whatever you say, you little brat. So I do think we're actually wearing these boots now. I don't feel like my stamina is any greater than it was. Oh no, it definitely is. Huh. I just don't feel any stronger for some reason. Oh well. I really suppose that, should be what we carry with us then. All things considered. I can accept it providing a little less protection. Alright then. So we can sell these old blade boots. And, hopefully when the shop opens up we can get an ore column ingot to improve this armor. And, yeah, that should be good then. I really don't think there's anything else that I really want to be trading in or selling. And we still got those pair of staffs, which are handy in very limited circumstances. We got that nice burning axe for when we have to deal with trolls. Mace of soul stealing. Good old pickaxe. Our nice little orcish bow here. We could probably enchant that. That might be handy. A glass dagger, just in case we run into trouble. And then our lovely little ebony sword that we have. Oh, what is the meaning behind this journey? I want to do some business in your shop. It doesn't seem to be open. Oh, maybe I'll come back in a little bit. And it will be. Maybe if we just waltz in here. Oh yeah, and we don't really need to be wearing these boots around everywhere we go, do we?
I work for Bellathor at the General Goods.
Yeah, now it's open. That's what I wanted to see. Hey there, friend.
We've got small weapons as well. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Dwarven. We're a column ingots, just what we're looking for. Excellent, thank you. Steel ingots. Any interesting items? Dwarven shields, elven gauntlets. I'm half tempted to actually buy some of this armor just so I could disenchant it. Thing is, I really probably shouldn't blow that much money on it. Wouldn't be a good idea. More orcish arrows. I'll take them. Interesting. Well, thank
Good
you.
Doing business with you.
Yep, thank you. Now we have what we need. Oh, right. Oh, damn it, I just remembered this is magical too. Well, that's something we probably should have to focus on when we want to improve our smithing. What'll make us able to enchant our magical items? Ooh, 60 skill. It's gonna be a long time before we're that good. My question is, do I want to accept the fact that I'm gonna be having a bit of an armor penalty wearing this compared to what we already have? Let's see. 86 versus 77. It's not a huge hit, and it actually is a little bit lighter. And damn, does it look impressive. Not bad, huh? How does that actually compare with, like if it's used up with our other armor too? Let's put everything on. I gotta say, that's really impressive, actually. Yeah, I think I might go with that anyway. Just because that's just so damn cool. Oh, excuse us. Right. Alright, so I think we'll sell you these old steel plate boots and the steel plate armor, and I think we'll stick to this workish stuff we found.
I don't claim to be the best, the finest weapons and armor.
Yep. Well, I got some fine weapons and armor to sell you. First things first are these old steel plate boots. And then, of course, this steel plate armor, actually. Fine piece, that served me well. There you go. Very, very nice.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Yeah, I won't forget. Is there anything else I can offload before I decide to head out on my way? No, I don't really think so, actually. Now, all things considered, I think I actually might want to, perhaps just take a little bit of a rest here before heading out. Maybe read a good book. Just one. We'll see what really jumps out at us. Yeah, it's good to see you too, Miko. Alright. I think I'll go with The Rise and Fall of the Blades. That sounds interesting. And we can get back into our comfortable clothes. Alright. Okay there, my little companion. Let's have ourselves a seat and crack open this book here. Rise and Fall of the Blades by Anonymous. There are many that still remember the Blades. There are fewer that can pass down their stories, their origins, and their downfall. My father could. In his proudest moments he said to me, "You keep secrets like the Blades." The Blades were good at keeping secrets. They didn't write down much. They passed information carefully between their spies in every province to their elite members that protected the emperors. Even amongst their members they kept much secret. Most associate the Blades with their ceremonial Akaviri armor and curved longswords. One can trace the Blades back to their fiercest warriors of Akavir, the Dragon Guard. It was there, just as they would do in Tamriel, that they protected rulers and their kingdom. But recent discoveries show it to be much more than that. Many classic texts tell us of adventures to Akavir, known as the Dragonlands of the East. Many from Tamriel have attempted to conquer it, most famously Emperor Uriel V and his 10th Legion, and 3rd Era 288 as documented in the Imperial Dispatch Disaster at Ionith. Dragons have long been legend in Akavir, and many believe that the brief appearance in Tamriel's history are those that escaped Akaviri, for it was there that they were hunted and killed off by the Dragon Guard. The Dragon Guard would follow those that fled to Tamriel in the late First Era. Invading from the north, the Dragon Guard meant not only dragons, but the men of Skyrim, who don't meet invasions with pitchers of mead. The Dragon Guard cut a path through Skyrim, and it was not until they were stopped by Ramon Cyrodiil during the Battle of Pale Pass that the invasion came to an end. It was Ramon who united the human lands of Cyrodiil and defeated the Akaviri invaders. Ramon is one of the first documented and widely accepted of the mythic Dragonborn, those anointed by Akatosh and Alessia themselves. Born with the soul of a dragon is what his followers would say. Reports differ widely on the nature of the battle at Pale Pass, but the end result is the same, that the remaining Dragon Guard, upon hearing the voice of Ramon Cyrodiil, knelt and swore their lives to him, their conqueror and savior. Fragments from the late First Era texts refer to the warriors dropping to their knees saying, "We were not hunting," or "did not intend," author, rough translation, continuing, "We have been searching for you." They protected Ramon with their lives, as well as his descendants, as the Ramon dynasty ushered in Tamriel's Second Era. It was through these years that their reach extended, and their order grew to become the Blades. Their conquest of the dragons complete, they only sought to protect the Dragonborn, and through him the Empire. They reached their height late during the Third Era under the rule of the Septim Emperors. Despite their numbers, they kept their secrecy. The most visible and well-documented were the members who personally guarded the Emperor, still wearing the original Akaviri armor. But that was just the tip of the spear, for the Blades were a larger organization, stretching to every corner of Tamriel. These agents were of every race. They were merchants, thieves, craftsmen, mages, and warriors, all acting as spies, protecting the Empire as needed, and operating in secret. They often acted alone, but some fragments speak of them meeting in secret fortresses across the continent. The most famous being Cyrodiil's Cloud Ruler Temple, where they hung the swords of those slain protecting the Dragonborn. Other maps speak of Windscour Temple under the great expanse of Helmerfell's Alakir Desert, Skyhaven Temple in the mountains of Skyrim, and Stormtalon Temple east of Wayrest. They were known to have a Grand Master, who often lived amongst the people unknown to others. The nature of their communications, meeting places, and missions were known only a few members. The last two to know all were the Grand Master himself and the Chronicler, whose only job was to make sure the group's mission was never known, but never lost. With the death of Uriel Septim VII and his son, Martin, the Third Era came to a close with the Blades fortifying themselves deep within Cyrodiil's Cloud Ruler Temple, as they waited for a Dragonborn to return when they would be called upon again. The Empire of the Fourth Era no longer saw the Blades openly protecting it, or the Emperors. That role is now filled by the Pentius Octulus, or Aquilatus, I think that's called, a purely Imperial organization. But the Blades continued their secret work to watch for the Dragonborn and guard against future enemies. The Blades were among the first to see the signs that the Thalmor of the Eldneri Dominion would not remain isolated within their borders forever. They could do what the Pentius Oculatus, servant to Imperial policy, could not, and thus earned the lasting hatred of the Thalmor. The warnings of the Blades were proved right, as is well known to all. The Great War between the Empire and the Thalmor consumed the Empire and nearly destroyed it. Emperor Titus Mede II eventually brokered peace with the Thalmor, but at a price many of us still bear. The reach and destructive nature of the Thalmor is known to many. Authors note, in my family firsthand. They are not fools. They know early on that the Blades were an enemy, so they hunted them throughout the Great War. Some were killed defending their temples, others as they slept in their hideaways alone. Some fought, some ran, some hid, but the Thalmor found them all. There are those that say the Blades still exist around us and hiding from the Thalmor, waiting as they have done time and time again for a Dragonborn to return, for one to protect, for one to guide them. You know what that means, Miko? That means we're a bunch of additional responsibility we really don't want. But really, what can we do? It seems like no matter what happens, we're gonna get into the middle of it somehow. It doesn't seem like there's a thing we can do to avoid it. You know what I'm gonna do about it? I'm gonna have some cheese. And some mead. That's what I'm gonna do about it. Well, we know where we need to go, don't we? So we might as well get dressed and get ready to leave. So, how do you like our new armor there, Brownie? I think it's actually pretty sharp looking. Not bad at all. I was hoping we'd find some orcish armor on somewhere eventually. Either way, though.
I work with my mother, sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
I work for Bellathor at the general goods store.
That's good.
Yes?
Nope, we still don't want to talk to any of you. Dragonsary turns its name when the ancient Nord hero Olaf One-Eye imprisoned his foe, the great dragon Numenex here. At least that's what I've been told, anyway. Interesting lore, interesting lore. Well, Brownie, how's our new armor, huh? I think it looks pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Either way, though, I think we've done enough for now. Should probably take stock of our situation, and we'll be ready to go on our new journey soon. I trust it won't be too bad. Either way, we'll find out, huh? Of course we will.